What's up, everybody? Brothers, sisters, psychonauts, and seekers of truth. It is Ananka, and welcome to my bazaar. Today, I have a Meperidine, brand name Demerol trip report for you. The title of this trip report is I was able to stay awake and enjoy the full ride, and was submitted to Erowid in 2021 by the user SLSWTF. With all that being said, let our story begin. The best opiate high I've ever had. This is not my first time using opiate substances. I take them on the rare occasion when I happen to run across some. 7 a.m. I had been saving these 2 pills for the perfect time to take them, when I had nothing important to do. It was a Saturday morning. I had woken up earlier than I wanted to for a Saturday. So I said, fuck it, let's try these bad boys. Now, I have taken almost every other kind of painkiller under the sun, and figured the effects would be similar. Oh, how I was so wrong. I took 2 10-milligram pills on an empty stomach. Best way to get the full effects. 7:30. By this time, they were definitely kicking in. I was starting to get that warm feeling that washes over my body in waves, and it felt great. By 8 a.m., I was completely gone. I did not move an inch for the next 2 hours or so. These gave me such an amazing and intense high. I was in love. I'm talking not even a finger twitch, and I know my mouth was hanging open. The warm tingles happened periodically and made me giddy. I wasn't tired, but I was definitely daydreaming. I had the most vivid daydreams in my head whilst being awake. These didn't make me nauseous at all like oxys do. I can't really find the words to describe how I felt other than pure euphoria. Now, I don't use this word for just any kind of high, but I was completely zonked. It made my brain as happy as when I take LSD. 9 a.m.-ish, still frozen, staring at my bedroom wall, sometimes slightly giggling at how good I felt. The high lasted longer than I was expecting, and I was 100% okay with that. Towards the end of the hour, around 10, not sure because I wasn't paying attention to the time, I was starting to come down. The come down was very clean. It just slowly faded away, and then I became a little sleepy. After it had completely worn off, I just went straight to sleep. I didn't have any hangover effects like headache or grouchiness. I woke up feeling very refreshed and had a normal day afterwards. No other prescription opiate has given me the intense high that Demerol did. Oxycodone makes me nauseous, and if I don't throw up while I'm high, then I certainly will after the high has worn off. Oxys usually just make me tired too, but I was able to stay awake with this and actually enjoy the full ride. I also felt like the high lasted way longer and was more intense. It was a good few hours of peaking. I have read, though, not to snort this drug, because it burns insanely bad, so I consume them orally. Overall, this was the cleanest, most intense, most euphoric, with the least side effects opiate I have ever taken. I really don't even want to bother with anything else, unless it's like Demerol from now on. It was the high that I had been expecting to get for years, from all the other pills I've tried. Really nothing compares, pill-wise. I'm not talking about other street drugs. It was a party of one in my head, and I had a great time. Trip report number 2. Chemical Hugs. Submitted to Erowid in 2015 by the user Alpha Alpha. I had just gotten my wisdom teeth out hours before. I was a little bit of a beginner with pills and such, and had never heard of this substance Demerol before. The doctor said it was strong, so I thought it would be great for pain and a good trip. My friend suggested that I do the tiny white pills by crushing them up and snorting them, something I had yet to do in my life. I took his advice and ground up the pill. It's easily ground into a very fine powder, something I've come to appreciate now. The 50 milligram pills are very small and make one good line. T plus 0. I railed the line. Wow. The pain in my nose is extremely intense, and my right ear and the whole right side of my head is aching, throbbing, and stinging with pain. Good Lord, what have I done? My right eye is watering profusely. I sit on the floor grasping my head, wondering if everything snorted feels this painful. A minute later, well, barely, my whole body feels as if I've been immersed in a bath of sheer goodness. I feel so warm, the best warm I have ever felt. The pain in my jaw from the wisdom tooth extraction is gone. I feel some residual stinging in my throat. My head feels better, but I crave something to drink to help the sting in my throat. I feel so good. I feel as if, almost instantly, the world is nothing but positive thoughts. Wow, this is amazing. 5 minutes in. I walk around the house sipping on a blackberry Odwalla. Walking feels amazing. Everything feels amazing. Colors are so cool looking at the moment. I notice that I keep focusing on things for long periods of time, as if I'm being lost in whatever I'm looking at. Good God. The feeling right now is euphoric. Euphoric might be an understatement. I'm drooling a little, probably from my teeth being fresh out of my mouth, but the Demerol is making me not care, because drooling feels really great right now. 10 minutes in. I'm typing on my computer, having the best conversations, and just wanting to share this bliss that I'm feeling with everybody. It's so hard to read now, though. I lay back in my bed. I can feel my limbs just warm and tingly. I focus on the ceiling for a long time, just enjoying this new best feeling I've ever felt. Ever. I can feel my heart beating and think about the Demerol racing through my veins. I am at absolute peace. 15 minutes. I turn on some music, and it's the best music I've ever heard. My world was intensified into this focused and peaceful positive space. I didn't know it was possible to feel this way. 17 minutes. I feel like throwing up. I've been swallowing blood all day from the surgery, and have just taken in 50 milligrams of Demerol through the nose and into my system quite fast. This is really my first real drug experience, so my tolerance is at 0. I throw up. I feel great still, though. I lay down and enjoy the euphoria running through my veins and drift off to sleep. This was my first experience with Demerol. I had taken 2 pills orally previous to inhaling this 50 milligrams, but in my extended period of time spent with my friend Meperidine, when taken orally, this drug is only a quarter as effective as being insufflated. Orally, Demerol does nothing in my experience. This drug, if you don't have it in liquid form to inject, or you do and you just don't like the idea of injecting things, like me, and you happen to have the lovely pills, railing the crushed powder is the best way to go. It is really worth it. Alright everyone, that is the end of our story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Share with us your Demerol experiences down in the comments below. Check out the other videos and playlists on my channel. And with all that, I will see you guys in the next one. Deuces.